You are the Resistance.
I'm Christopher Titus, people, and this is the Armageddon Update. Welcome to last week's Insanity. The Correspondents dinner, where politicians get roasted and laugh at themselves.
Dick Cheney was supposed to be here, but he is very busy working on his memoirs, tentatively titled How to Shoot Friends and Interrogate People.
You know, and it has been a staple in American culture on the D.C. Beltway since 1924. So, for 100 years, politicians let themselves be laughed at and made fun of.
I have to admit, it's not easy following President Biden. I mean, it's not always easy following what he's saying. Like,
memories of the way we were.
You know, to show that they were, well, human. And then we got a subhuman as president, an inhumane grifter who, in just the last year alone, has starved 700,000 other humans because of killing USAID and bombed thousands of other humans to death. During COVID, he denied humans were dying.
It's like a miracle. It will disappear.
1 million died, while we stack those dead humans in refrigerator trucks. Frankly, people, be honest, he's one of the worst humans we have ever seen. And doesn't really have a sense of humor about him being one of the worst humans we've ever seen. So, someone crazy enough to run through a Hilton to try to assassinate this president doesn't really surprise anyone, you know? With all the death he's responsible for, someone's going to get a little bit perturbed. Here's the weird part. Trump hasn't been at the Correspondents dinner in years. None in his first term at all. In fact, his last one was 2011.
Gary Busey said recently that Donald Trump would make a great president. Of course, he said the same thing about an old rusty birdcage he found.
He hates it ever since he got roasted by Obama and Seth Meyers.
Say what you will about Mr. Trump, he certainly would bring some change to the White House.
And every time the camera cuts to him during those shows, you can tell he wishes he had lasers in his eyes.
Donald Trump owns the Miss USA pageant.
So he hasn't attended the dinner. For some reason, this time, he announces he's going. You know, because I guess he's become so jovial and self-deprecating.
Trump claims that his change of heart stems from the belief that the media has finally admitted his standing as what he called one of the greatest presidents in the history of the country.
So this is Assassination number 3. Or one-act plays written by Stephen Miller and Steve Bannon. And I say that because they're all weird, man. He got shot in the ear, but no scar, no nothing. And we never heard anything about the shooter or his parents. And then there was a guy hiding in the bushes at Mar-a-Lago. I don't know what happened to that guy. And now this one, and instead of a comedian for the Correspondents dinner, they hired a mentalist, a guy who can see the future, but didn't just say, hey, there's a guy going to try to Usain Bolt through here and hurt you. Is this your card? So, he either can't see the future or is working with the assassin. So the mentalist, performing for the mentally ill, couldn't see an assassin who went mental and tried to sprint assassinate the president after taking his guns on a train and taking an almost 3-day trip to D.C., then checked into a sold-out hotel and even posted that security was so lax, he took his guns up to his room. After the 50-yard dash assassination attempt, Trump had a press conference and pitched his ballroom.
It's drone-proof. It's bulletproof glass. We need the ballroom.
You know, the thing he bulldozed the White House for with, no permission, authorization, or plan. And then the next day he went on 60 Minutes. Let's see how well that went.
I'm not a rapist. I didn't rape anybody. I'm not a pedophile.
Great to see you got a sense of humor back. Bro, she didn't say you were a rapist or a pedophile. Why did you answer like that? So the president is a rapist. Ding. The SecDef is an alcoholic. Ding. The head of FBI is a drunk podcaster. Ding. And we are now at 3 assassination attempts. I think the president needs a night out at the theater. Hey, take Lauren Boebert. I hear she's a hoot. So war is raging. Gas prices, food prices, and everything is insanely expensive. But at least we know it's all Jimmy Kimmel's fault. Ding. The crazy continues. See you next week when the aliens come back from Narnia and we blame Timothy Chalamet for no reason whatsoever. I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. I don't even know what to do anymore. like every week. Like there was an assassination attempt, or was it, or some guy maybe trying to get his steps in, just trying to finish off with some high cardio.